Welcome back to Girl Talk. We've made our monthly trek to Island Tire and Automotive Services. We're here at their north end. You've got two locations, north and south. Barry Edwards joins us, as does John Bradford. We met John last month with the guys sitting around the table, chit-chatting, getting to know the Island Tire guys. That was a lot of fun. And we're talking this time around, we're talking about seasonal maintenance. We're heading into September, which is hard to believe, but we still have warm weather for really could be another couple months. So let's first talk about maybe some AC issues that people might have and what you can do to help them to extend it out through when it gets cold.
Well, and you know, people end up using the air conditioning in this part of the world literally sometimes into October, November. We've seen a lot of air conditioning systems this summer that have reached the end of their useful life, or have just gotten a little tired and need a little upkeep. That's one of the things that we do here is work on a lot of air conditioning systems.
Just getting it to run to its highest efficiency.
Exactly.
So if it's just not quite cold enough, obviously that's the main thing that people would notice. Is there anything else that might be a telltale sign that there's an issue?
That really is going to be about it.
That's
unfortunately, because it's a closed system. What happens is the coolant is under pressure, and sometimes they'll get a leak. It's usually a very small leak. One of the things that you can do is you can pressure test it a lot of time until you fully recharge it and add a dye, and then literally you have to drive it for a few days. For some vehicles, it makes more sense to just recharge the system, you know, every other year because it's such a slow leak, rather than try to replace hoses. But we use an ultraviolet dye, so we'll put that in and then have somebody drive it for a week or two, come back, and then it literally looks like a crime scene. You put on your goofy yellow glasses and the black light and get all up into the car, and you'll find a little spot where it's leaking because it'll actually glow.
So you can troubleshoot it and
that way you can pinpoint it.
Yeah.
And you're not just throwing parts at it.
There you go. And that makes sense ultimately for your bottom line for the consumer, which is awesome.
Well, sure.
We are in hurricane season, and we don't want to be throwing up the crazy hurricane flag that everything's
known I've got tires yesterday.
Right.
Yeah.
But we do want to let people know that it's important to be prepared.
Yes,
and so, John, you guys are not here if there's a storm
No,
or an
we're
evacuation.
now with our families as well, just like you guys are trying to. So
what are the things that people should do now to prepare themselves, just in the event that there is an evacuation or a bad storm that comes through?
Well, I mean, first things first. I mean, bringing it in, making sure everything's ready to go. You bring it into us, we'll do a courtesy check, free of charge, anytime you come in. Checking your belts, your hoses, your fluids, making sure everything's ready to go. I mean, worst thing, you can go down the road and have a tire blow out because you didn't check it. Have a hose or a belt break. A serpentine belt, for instance, every vehicle has one. If it breaks, the vehicle's stopped wherever it's at. If we don't check it and see, I mean, all you're looking for is micro cracks and see what the belt looks like, and if it needs to be replaced, it needs to be replaced. I mean,
and they'll find it. I'll tell you what, they'll find it because they found some things on my car, and again, it's like one of those, I'm not looking, so when you just get your regular service done, which I'm having done today, and you guys find the things that need to be addressed and get it taken care of right away instead of waiting till the last minute.
And you don't have to worry about it.
Right, then it's done.
It's like last fall with your tires.
Speaking of tires, and as we get into the cooler weather, that's one of those things that we have to be aware of as far as the tire pressure and getting that checked.
Yeah. Check the tire pressure. During tires we've talked about before will normally lose a pound to sometimes a pound and a half of air per month. When you get cooler weather or a cool evening, it's not uncommon. We have a lot of people come and go, oh my gosh, my lights are on. Don't ignore that. Get us to check it. We'll air it up. If there is a problem, we can identify it. But one of the things that we're really excited about is that with Michelin is currently doing a promotion. It ends on September 3rd.
Which is right around the corner, so act now.
Yeah.
You can get a $70 rebate on a set of 4 Michelin tires. And we really think they're some of the best tires on the road. I mean, you've had them for
I'm
how long?
telling you, yeah. I took advantage of the big sale that you had. Was it in December?
Yeah, December of last year.
And it is the best ride. And just from a confidence point of view, when you feel safe and you feel comfortable when you're going down the road, and they're awesome, and it changed the ride. It really does. I have an '05, so it's not anything fancy schmancy, but it was like, wow, I feel like I'm riding on a cloud.
Well, Davis goes, well, I'm not sure if I want to keep it. It rides kind of rough. And then I think the next time she goes, I'm never getting rid of this car.
No,
it rides better than it ever has.
I'm doing the preventative maintenance so that when it's 300,000 miles, that long paid off.
How many you're up to now?
I'm up to 85, something like that.
Yeah.
Remember Mr. David's
Yeah.
pickup? He's got a work truck that has 267,000 miles. David Cook from Cook Painting, and we've taken care of that vehicle since it had 30 on it.
I'm telling you, it can happen, and I feel confident. I'm just going to do what I'm told here at Allen Tire Automotive Services. So again, I can get that thing paid off and then just ride it into the sunset.
Ride it to always nothing.
That's what it's for.
Exactly. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Remember, seasonal maintenance, these are the guys to come see. North End, South End, wherever you go, Island Tire and Automotive Services can take care of you. Thanks for watching this episode of Girl Talk. We'll see you next time.